What's up, guys? What's up, guys? And welcome to another live death battle match between Goro and what's the other guy's name?
I think it's Machamp or something like that.
Some Pokemon character. So we're gonna see who takes the number one
and
spot.
Before we start the video, Happy Easter.
Happy Easter and Happy Passover. Happy Resurrection Day. We're gonna find out if Goro has the skills to beat up. What's his name?
Machamp.
Machamp.
I think.
Which I don't know. I don't know a lot about Machamp. I know a lot more about Goro. So
they're both the same, but Goro has like hair and he's like bald and he's like grayish and more of Machamp's his arms are more in the back.
Yeah. So we're gonna find out who exactly is gonna take the throne of the four-arm monsters here. So let's check it out.
I kind of like both of them.
Yeah, I do too, but I want to see exactly.
Bruce Lee once said, "I don't believe in different ways of fighting. We all have two arms and two legs, so that is why I believe there should be only one way of fighting."
Clearly, he never met these four-armed fighters with four forearms.
Goro, the half-dragon prince of Mortal Kombat.
And Machamp, the fighting-type Pokemon from the Kanto region. He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle.
Doesn't Goro only have like 3 fingers?
Mortal Kombat!
So.
A fighting tournament as killer as its iconic theme song. With a reputation like that, you better believe the first boss in the game would be a champion who's won 9 times in a row. He won't just kick us, he'll rip your arms off too.
This is Goro, prince of the Shokan people and one of their strongest warriors. He's 8 feet 2 inches tall, weighs 550 pounds, and clocks in at 2,000 years old with no signs of slowing down.
He's been through a hell of a lot during his run, but here are the highlights. He fought in a civil war, crushed some $500 sunglasses, and oh yeah, he's a half-humanoid, half-dragon person. Who would be stupid enough to fight a half-dragon with 4 arms?
Not many. Most of the Mortal Kombat roster refuses to fight Goro because they're terrified of losing to him and getting torn in two.
After living for as long as he has, you better believe he's picked up some skills. He's got 500 years of experience in Mortal Kombat tournaments and has mastered a ton of different fighting styles.
He's obviously familiar with the Shokan style, which uses his extra appendages to lethal effect. He's also a master of an adapted version of the Kuotan style, which is much more elaborate and relies on the strengths of a more traditional humanoid body.
Like kicks and stuff.
Right.
On top of that, Goro's got a ton of fun tricks up his 4 sleeves, like fireballs, dragon breath, high-flying stomps, quadruple grabs, and his favorite, crushing skulls. But if those don't work, he's got bladed weapons called dragon fangs. They're like Shredder's claws, but there's 4 of them, 1 for each hand. Oh my god.
Are you okay, Boomstick?
Well, is it weird that Goro kinda reminds me of the guy that my ex-wife ran off with?
What, because he's so buff?
Yeah, but mostly the 4 arms. I mean, how am I supposed to keep up with that? He's got 2 more hands than me.
Huh. Sorry.
Anyway,
with all those tournament titles, it's pretty clear Goro stands above most other Mortal Kombat combatants, with a K. Characters like Cabal, Johnny Cage, or even Kotal Khan, who once destroyed this ship, which is clearly inspired by Spanish conquistadors. Based on historical references to similar ships, the power needed to destroy one like this would require over 3 billion joules of energy.
We also saw Raiden destroy this temple with almost 270 tons of TNT, which is a lot. On top of that, Cabal can move fast enough to parry machine gun fire. To pull that off, you'd have to be moving almost 3 times as fast as sound.
Goro's not the only impressive
Kintaro,
Shokan.
yes.
The tiger-striped Kintaro survived this
That's my
massive
favorite.
explosion. Using the average height for a Shokan and comparing it to the blast radius, we can posit that this explosion yielded a force equivalent to over 25 tons of TNT.
The Shokan are a tough people, that's for sure, and super proud. After a disappointing loss to the Shaolin monk Liu Kang, Goro was unable to secure a 10th MK title in a row, and while it seriously hurt his warrior pride, he didn't stop people.
Not only did he eventually try to win that title again, but he also fought in multiple wars, including one with the similarly powerful Centurions.
But he never stayed in one place for too long, like when he pissed off Kotalkan and got his arms ripped
Well,
off.
that's because he was.
But even
celebrating.
without his primary weapons at his side, Goro would not give up. He even managed to defeat the ninja Kenshi.
Without any freaking arms! God. Also, a limbless guy versus a blind guy? Throw Professor X in there and you have yourself the ultimate, and definitely most offensive, crippled threat match. Oh, what? I've got one leg!
With or without his many titles, Goro always has the make of a champion. His determination and will to fight is only matched by his strength, power, and, frankly, bloodlust. Even with his failures, he truly is the greatest of the Shokan.
I will give you a bonus.
He's good at creepy.
Fight!
Now let's go to the other guy. I want to know about him because I don't know about him.
Yeah, it's happening.
The superpower Pokemon Machamp is a
Machamp.
fighting type that originated in the Kanto region. They begin their lives as the youthful Machamp, which train tirelessly to learn and eventually master every form of
Doesn't have the
martial
two
arts.
arms.
It's a lethal combo of adorable and kick-ass. And they're jacked.
The Machamp possesses muscles more dense than humans that allow them to train for long periods of time without fatigue. Eventually, the young Machamp will reach a new level, leaving behind the days of its youth and evolving into a Machoke.
The Machoke is strong enough to lift dump trucks with ease, and once he's moved on from the teenage days of angst and rebellion, Machoke evolves into the rock spirit Pokemon,
They call him
Machamp.
Machamp 'cause
This
he's a-
four-armed
they
fighter
call him
stands
Machamp
5
'cause
feet
he's
tall
a-
and weighs an average of 280
Only
pounds.
5'3".
Even after realizing its final evolution, most Machamps continue to train and pursue peak
he's
levels of
286
physical
pounds.
fitness.
When they're not firing off sets at the gym, they're most likely helping humans as movers, construction workers, and bodyguards. Or, they're just beating other Pokemon senseless in the dogfighting ring that is the Pokemon world.
Questionable pet and owner relationships aside, Machamp
Noah
seems
would
to
know how
simply
tough
enjoy
Machamp
helping
is.
people,
They call him
whether in the
Machamp
Pokemon
because
arena
he-
or
he
in
is
the
a
outside
champ.
world.
And Machamps are well equipped for both. They have a ton of great moves like Bulk Up, which increases physical power, Knock Off, which can knock anything off of an
He looks
opponent's
strong,
hands,
though.
and
His arms are,
Seismic
like,
Toss.
connected to his
Back.
back.
Launch
Goro.
that rat
Goro's
into
is like
orbit.
here and here.
Fighting type Pokemon like Machamp make for fearsome predators against normal,
Yeah.
ice, rock, and dark types. Even steel type Pokemon turn brittle under Machamp's brute strength. On the
Well, we'll
other
see
end of
who
the
wins.
spectrum, Machamp can fall prey to agile flying Pokemon, cerebral psychic types, and mystical fairies.
Oh, so his weakness is
Pokemon.
psychical
However,
fairies.
the Machamp can always fall back on their
it got
natural
red.
abilities, the most common of which is named
think that's when he
Guts.
gets mad
Whenever a
and he
Machamp
got
is
low.
burned, poisoned, or paralyzed, its adrenaline spikes, increasing its physical power.
Including his physical moves, which is like all of them. According to the Pokedex, Machamp
seems
can punch
stronger than
1,000 times in 2 seconds and can move mountains with one hand.
Now, the Pokedex isn't
Okay,
always
he's
the
way
most
stronger
reliable
than Goro,
source.
right?
However, we
Yeah.
have seen proof of Machamp's 1,000
I think
punches in
Machamp's
Pokken
gonna
tournaments.
win. I
To
would
do
go
this
for
in
him,
2
but I
seconds,
think-
Oh my
Machamp
God.
must be punching at speeds faster than sound.
Damn, if having 2 extra arms is like shooting fish in a barrel, then this is like baking perfectly good cookie dough. It's like totally
Yeah, I'm
unnecessary.
assuming.
In order to move a mountain, Machamp would need to exert anywhere from 8 to 30 kilotons of TNT. And pulling off their signature move, Seismic Toss, would require even more energy. Considering an average weight of 200 kilograms for any given Pokemon, and the speed at which they travel when thrown, a typical Machamp's throwing power would need to be equivalent to over 130 kilotons of TNT.
Machamps can also take a lot of damage. They live and fight together after all.
As we can see, Machamps and Machokes in
A lot of
particular
them.
are raised in herds of their own kind. It's natural that they would fight all the time, exhausting an insane amount of power on each other. And, according to some people, they look great while doing it. There's even a fan club of people who find themselves unexplainably attracted to them. This is real.
Probably run by my ex-wife. We didn't even make it halfway through the reception. I guess
Okay.
my signature move is signing divorce papers.
Looks like
The Machamp is so strong, the species have become a favorite amongst gym leaders, such as Giovanni and B.
Makes sense. They can go head-to-head with a ton of crazy strong pocket monsters.
The Machamp is an extremely tough Pokemon that rounds out any roster. After all, they literally live to fight.
Oh, this is gonna be not
Yeah, it's
Easy
starting.
decision.
All right, the combatants are set, and we've
It
run
looks
the
like
data
Machamp
through all
has the edge.
possibilities.
But first, we'll tell you about hymns.
Did you know that,
I-
according to
Goro might
science
have the
itself,
experience,
66%
500
of men start to lose their hair by the age of 35?
It's true. Sadly, I keep trying to force it to stay there through sheer willpower, but it's exhausting.
40.
Fact is, the best way to prevent hair loss is to do
I'm
something
40.
before it happens.
That's true.
But thanks to science, baldness can be optional. There's a perfect solution thanks to our sponsor, 4hims.com.
Heck yeah! 4Hims is a one-stop shop for hair loss, skincare, and sexual wellness for men.
Not doing
and
it.
even better, they can connect
My
you
hair
with
falls
real
out
doctors
easily.
online. This whole shebang was put together by a guy who knows private
let's
conversations
just
about
get
your
to the
health can
battle.
Yeah. They talk way too much. Takes like 10 minutes for them to talk. Oh, he's ugly in this one.
What?
Let me go look.
You're no Shokan. Be gone from my lair.
Machamp!
Disgusting.
I think that's his one
A
thing.
pathetic runt like you wastes our dragon blood.
Here we go. Who's gonna win?
Oh, Machamp. Come on.
They both got the same type of sheet. Does Machamp have more fingers though? I didn't notice. Oh, he does.
Oh, what? That's cheating.
Yeah, but that's what he's filthy. Uh-oh.
Oh. He's fast enough to do it.
Oh, we got him.
That's fast to be actually.
Whoa.
That's so fast. He dabbed on him. He dabbed on
See,
him.
he's a lot bigger though.
Machamp's eyes is red.
He's wider.
Face dead like a
Good match so
warrior.
far.
Machamp! Stop saying
Mouth
that!
look like bananas.
You're no champ! I am the champion of Mortal Kombat!
It's not.
I still got Goro. I still got Goro.
Machamp, he doesn't really hit hard.
Look at him doing 100 punches. Oh,
Get Goro's one.
whoa.
Did he lose?
I don't think so.
No, he's gonna come back.
He's red now, probably. Oh, fire breath.
Oh,
He's red. He's just powered up. He is a Pokemon.
he's more than a Pokemon. Okay, guys, I'm gonna go eat for my Easter dinner. Hopefully you like this. Bye.
Oh no! He's down to 4. He's down to 3 arms, I mean. They're both down to 3. Uh-oh. He's down to no arms. Oh, this looks like it's... Oh no! Oh! Wow!
Oh, he forgot to say he's blasting off again! Do it over! We gotta get that joke right at least once.
This was certainly a unique battle to experience.
While Machamp's resilience came in handy, Goro's fighting styles continued to put Machamp to the test again and again. Plus, Goro's huge! At 8 feet tall, Goro towers a full 3 feet over the average Machamp. Obviously not including the Dynamax and Gigantamax forms found exclusively in the Galar region.
Also, while Machamp could punch at Mach 1 speeds, Goro could technically match Cabal,
Looks like
who would
Machamp
need to
won.
move at nearly Mach 3 to parry machine gun fire.
So as far as punching speed was concerned, it looks like Goro actually had the advantage.
Except it hardly mattered. Machamp's power output outdid Goro's and then some. Even scaling Goro to Kotal Khan's ship feat and comparing it to the seismic toss, Machamp is almost 170,000 times more powerful.
This Karate Duck Man is on a whole other level. Plus, he had a ton of ways to counter everything Goro threw at him. Knockoff prevented Goro from using weapons, and Guts meant he could take Goro's fire breath and use it for himself.
The Dragon Fangs and Fire Breath hardly would make much of a difference considering how durable the Machamp species is. After all, their primary trait is learning how to fight, so they'd naturally be fighting each other quite frequently.
Ah, the majestic Machamp, roaming the fields of the Kanto region, gently seismic tossing each other into orbit. Just imagine walking past that on your Sunday stroll.
You were right. The Pokemon world is wild.
This grabby match turned bloody brawl was intense and made me realize that we're all strong and beautiful just the way we are. No matter how many arms you have or whose wife you stole.
Good for you. While Goro put up an excellent battle that would have made his people proud, he didn't have enough to overpower the superpower Pokemon.
Unfortunately, this foe was forced to forfeit his 4 fists. Fitting that his final fate would be so freaking gory.
The winner is...
Machamp!
Hey, thanks for watching this episode of Death Battle. If you want the battle music for yourself, you can get it by clicking the link down below. And if you want to watch more stuff, click the box.
Well, that was a good match. I can't believe it. Goro lost. If you enjoyed this death battle, give us a like, subscribe.
You don't have to like it. If you wanted Goro to win, comment G. If you wanted Machamp to win, comment M.
Yep. Anyways, we'll see you guys later. 1,000 subscribers.
No. And give this video 1 million likes.
Yeah. All right. Peace out.
Happy Easter!